This is the first part of my video review of Combiner Wars Titan Class Devastator. I'll be doing a video for each of the individual Constructicons, and then the final video, the 7th video, will be about the actual combination process for Devastator and then Devastator himself. I'm doing it this way because there's just so much to cover with all 6 of these figures, and then the combination, and then Devastator himself, that if I tried to do it all at once, it would end up being my energy would just be sapped from filming for that long. It would be very dry and just a miserable video to make, and then kind of miserable to watch. So I'm doing it in more bite-sized chunks. It'll hopefully be a bit more enjoyable and easier to sort through. Like if you only want to see Hook, for example, you just watch the Hook video and then watch Devastator or something. So anyway, we'll be starting with my most favorite here, which is Scrapper, and ending on Mixmaster. And that's just about the toys. I don't really know the characters very well, so I'm not saying anything about the characters, just which of the toys I like better than others. Now, one thing I do want to mention before I really get into the toy is that filming these guys is kind of hard. And I'm not talking about the actual figures themselves, I'm talking about the colors. Like, this green is always going to be a little bit overblown on my reviews of these guys, just because it's so bright, and then the purple down here is so dark that if I try and make the green not overblown, you will not be able to see any of the detail on the darker purple parts. And so, and part of that is just because my camera can't pick up this purple very well. In person, it's a nice, deep, rich, slightly reddish purple, a very nice Decepticon color, but on camera, it's more of a bluish purple, and it doesn't look quite as nice. So, just a heads up, my camera does not want to film these guys quite right. So anyway, here is Scavenger. He's a very nice little backhoe type thing, I think. I've seen these kinds of things just doing construction around town before. So, like, I know what these are intuitively, but I don't know what they're actually called or anything really about their operation. But anyway, the figure looks quite nice. It's not super duper hefty. Some of the parts are kind of hollow inside, but it's not too terribly bad. I do wish it had like some silver paint on the sides of the tread, silver or black, just to make them look a bit more interesting. And then just something like some panel lighting or even a wash. Like if this entire set had a wash, it would look amazing. It would actually film a bit easier. But anyway, I do wish it had a bit more paint tabs, but for what it is, it's not bad. It has 2 casters here and here, and then like a long caster or just a long rolling bar, so it can roll pretty decently. And then the other play feature it has is the arm here. It can move forward and back like this, rotate here, and then bend here. Unfortunately, the shovel itself does not move. And that's about it for his vehicle mode. To transform him, you can just fold this onto what will be his back, or you can keep it out like this. I kind of like to keep it out like this because I like the idea that this is like something he uses in combat. And that way it's not just a little something that hangs off his back, it's something that's like an intentional part of his robot mode. Like, yeah, I got a shovel, what's up with that? What you gonna do about it? So anyway, to transform you're going to pull the treads off these 2 tabs down here. And just keep them on the tabs down in there for now. It'll just keep it a little bit nicer while we're doing the upper body. So we're going to start by folding these inwards like this and like this. Then we'll take the cockpit and we'll rotate it back. And then the arms will come up on a hinge here and a hinge here. And then we will pull out the hands in here. This side is a bit harder to do than the other side. And they will clip into place. Like that. So here we have the upper torso done. You can fold the head out here. Then we'll come down to the legs. We will untab the legs. Well, before we do that, we want to, and there's a little tab right here that goes into a slot right there. We'll untab that. And then we'll untab the legs and we'll bring them down like this, or we'll bring them up like this. And then the legs are on these little things here with these little hooks inside. This side here does not like to tab in very well, but this side tabs in very well. And I think that's just a quality control thing. So on mine, this leg will come untabbed very often, but this one not really. Then we will telescope the legs down, and then we will split the feet here. We'll do the same to the other side. And then what's going to happen is these sections here and here will tab around these little notches here and on the other side. And then these little sections here will tab on the inside of here. So we'll come up and tab into place very solidly like that. And this is Scrapper in his robot mode, and it's a very nice looking robot mode. Very evocative of his G1 figure without being quite so so much upper body, because that guy kind of looked weird. But anyway, it's a very nice representation of the figure. Very tall, very lanky. I like it quite a bit. And I really like the only head sculpt on any of these guys I don't really like is on Mixmaster. And that's just because it doesn't really follow the same theme as all the other guys, nor is it quite as intimidating as what Long Haul has, because Long Haul is a bit different too. This one's probably one of the weaker of the ones that kind of look like this with the flat top on the head, but it's not bad. I like it quite a bit. For the articulation, the arms rotate around 360 and go in and out. They're on very free ball joints. The ball joints will come undone every once in a while if you twist them just wrong. And they're a little bit loose, but some future floors could fix that. And then the elbows are on ball joints down here too. And this is actually probably the major reason why you would want to tighten the ball joints up here, is because the ball joints down here are very tight, and they'll probably twist these. Trying to twist these will probably twist these instead. But he does have elbows. Which is something that not all of the figures of this set can say they have. The head is on a ball joint, but it will look down more than up. But it will look side to side just fine. The legs go forward and backwards. They'll go in and out, and bend almost 90 degrees at the leg, or at the knee, and then the feet will go in like that. So he has quite a bit of articulation, just about as much as he needs to do whatever you would want him to do. And that's why I like him just about the most, because Bone Crusher is pretty good too, has most of the same, well, actually a bit more articulation, but his hips don't stay together quite as well as this guy's does, even though he does have a flaw down there with that, on mine at least. But this guy and Bone Crusher are easily the best in their robot mode. So anyway, this has been a video review of a Scavenger. He's my favorite of this set so far. I like him quite a bit, and I would say I recommend him, but you can't buy him separately, so I'll save any recommendations for after we go through Devastator. And spoiler alert, I do highly recommend the set. So anyway, I hope you'll stay tuned for the rest of my Devastator figure reviews. I will be going through Bone Crusher next, and I will see you there. Have a great day.